What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for the Real Housewives of Miami, season 4, season 4, episode 6. You guys, flirting at the Faena. It's spelled Faena. I know it's a hotel. I can't pronounce it, you guys. But yeah, before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not subscribed to the channel, that means you guys do me a favor by liking the video, turning your notifications on, subscribe to the channel, and sharing the video. And you guys, with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss the Real Housewives of Miami, shall we? All right, you guys, so before we go ahead and get into the episode, I just want to let you guys know that you guys can go over to Twitter. I don't know if Andy is still taking questions, but they're preparing for the Real Housewives of Miami season 4 reunion. I believe that the reunion is going to be filmed next Thursday, which is the 20th. So yeah, they'll be filming the reunion next week, and that means that this season is getting ready to wrap up pretty soon. Also, Sunday or Monday, we will talk about the fashions for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 2 reunion. Dreadful. And then also, before we get into the review, we got to say congratulations to Nicole. So Nicole and Anthony are newly engaged, you guys. So congratulations go out to Nicole and Anthony. So let's start up the episode. So we're going to start up with Larsa. Wasn't much with Larsa in this episode. So with Larsa, we just found out a little bit more about Larsa. So on top of Larsa having OnlyFans, right, where she makes, I think she said $10,000 a day, Larsa also has a jewelry line, and it's called Larsa Marie. I believe that's what she said it's called. So, you know, she says she wants her kids to see her as an entrepreneur and a boss, right? Cool. I understand it, right? So she has her daughter Sophia and Kiki, and they're going to be modeling the jewelry as well as Larsa. Now, the one that she had, with the heart, that necklace was cute. I'm like, okay, Larsa, I'm not even hating on you, right? I'm not hating on you. I ain't hating on you, girl. Get your money. Get your money how you get it. If it's OnlyFans and this jewelry, have fun with it, right? I ain't even judging you. So, you guys, we're going to move over and we're going to talk about Miss Gertie, right? So, Gertie. We see Gertie, and Gertie is talking to her team, right? So what you guys remember in the last episode, or was it the one previous, whichever one. So you guys remember that Gertie informed us that her brother and 2 of his daughters died in an earthquake in Haiti, right? So Gertie is going to be doing this charity foundation, right? That will basically honor her late brother, and it's a good thing, right? It's going to help, children in Haiti go to school and whatnot. So that's good, right? So while she was in her meeting with her team, Alexia called her, and Alexia informed her that, she and Todd have officially settled on where they are going to get married. I'm like, have you officially set a wedding date at this point, right? Because that's what the biggest issue was, that you guys didn't have a wedding date. So the venues couldn't really plan around you. I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, like, who the hell, Alexia? It's interesting, right? You want to have a wedding, but you don't have a venue. And the reason that you don't have a venue is because you don't have a date. And I'm still tripping off the fact that they were looking to get married around the time of Peter's fucking birthday. We're going to talk about Peter in a little bit, but hey, that's it for Gertie, and we're going to move on, you guys. So you guys, this review is going to be short. I can already see it. So let's talk about Alexia real quick, you guys. So Alexia, you guys remember I told you a few episodes ago, whenever we see Marisol or we see Adriana, we see them and they're in a scene with either Julia or Alexia. So this scene opens and we see Marisol's house, right? I'm like, so I'm guessing she's going to be filming with Alexia. And surprise, surprise, she is filming with Alexia. Now, I was looking at Marisol's tracks the entire time, because the cameraman was right here at one point. And Marisol had her hair in a ponytail, and I was like, Marisol, what you should have done was you should have, put your ponytail in but hid your tracks because your track was showing. Just saying. The track was showing. The track was showing. So then they talk about Peter and Todd, right? And you guys remember the last episode that Peter and Todd had a conversation with each other, right? I still feel how I felt. I got what Todd was saying, but his delivery was just a little bit abrupt, a little bit brash, a little bit harsh, a little bit strong. You know, it was just all of those things to me, right? And Alexia feels that she's in the middle of both of them. You don't necessarily have to be in the middle. You can put your foot down. You could tell Peter how you can tell Peter something, and you can tell Todd something as well, right? So you don't necessarily have to be in the middle. You can just literally put your foot down and tell them what's what. But she feels that she's in the middle. Now, speaking of Peter, did you guys see that Peter recently got arrested for domestic abuse, right? He was abusing his girlfriend in their apartment. Not a good look, Peter. Not a good look. All right, you guys, so we're gonna move over and we're gonna talk about Nicole. So Nicole actually is the one that opened the episode, right? So we see Nicole, she and Anthony, they're going on a double date with Martina and with Julia, right? And, you know, they flew somewhere. I don't forget where they flew to, but they flew to a friend's place and had dinner or lunch. I was like, damn. The fact that he is a pilot, the fact that y'all got the money just to say, fuck it. For the day, we finna go to wherever and we just gonna have lunch. Man, must be nice. It must be nice. So they're talking to Julia and Martina. They asked Julia and Martina how they met. I forgot. I mean, I don't remember how Julia said they met, but she talks about the fact that one of her daughters is leaving home and going to school. And you know how sad she is. And I was like, aw. So then we see later in the episode, now you guys remember in last week's episode, she had the conversation with her mother about, you know, her dad, right? So she went out to lunch with her dad. And I was looking at her dad the entire time when he was talking to her, because he has 4 kids, right? But he said, you know, I might have more out there, and he wants to have more kids. So I was looking at her, like, so is her dad like a player or a playboy that's way past his prime at this point? Like, that was the vibe that he was giving me, right? He's like, what do you want? She says, just not procreate. All right, you guys, so we're gonna wrap the episode up with Lisa. Like I said, this review wasn't gonna be long. This episode pretty much was filler to me. But hey, let's move over. So we see Lisa. So Lisa and her kids, at one point in the episode, they went to the sugar factory. And I was like, I went to the sugar factory when I was in Vegas this past summer. Had a great time. So, I'm not trying to be shady or anything, but what the hell does Lisa do? Is Lisa literally a stay-at-home mother and, I was about to say Herman. Lenny. Is she a stay-at-home mom and Lenny just goes out and works? I mean, nothing wrong with that if that's what their arrangement is. But hey, so then we later see her, she met up with Nicole. And, you know, Nicole's son is, I guess, getting ready to go to school. And they're talking about that. How was it when her son went to school, right? She tells her. So then Lisa tells Nicole that she's going to be having a girls' night at the hotel. And then they start talking about Nicole's dad, which I've already discussed it. And, you know, she was talking about the fact that she was just all in her head after her conversation she had with her mother. So then we see all the ladies and they show up to the hotel minus Larsa. Larsa is doing business with her her jewelry. So Gertie is having a conversation with Nicole and she's telling Nicole that, you know, the venue that Alexia wants to get married at, they called her and they told her that, yeah, at this point, we're not going to be able to host her wedding. And she said she just literally found that information out and she wants to tell Alexia tonight at this girl's pajama party. I was like, why would you pick that point, right? I mean, if you found out earlier in the day, I would have hoped that you would have told her, you know, the minute that you found out that the venue was going to have, they were going to have to say that we're not going to do it. I would have preferred, I mean, I would think good business etiquette would have been to say, call up Alexia and be like, yo, Alexia, so the venue that you wanted to have your wedding at. So yeah, they just gave me a phone call and they informed me that we're not going to be able to have your wedding there. Like, that's what I would think. That's what I would think to do. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, this is supposed to be a fun night. That's not going to be fun. You coming to me telling me that the place that I want to get married at, I can't get married there. I would flip out and be pissed off. And that's exactly kind of what happened with Alexia. She didn't react well to that. And I'm like, Gertie, what did you expect? Like, I just don't know what Gertie expected, right? So then Larsa gives the ladies a call and they said, you know, she, like I said, Larsa's not there because she's doing some business with her jewelry, right? So then she tells the ladies that she has to go to the Hamptons next week and that she wants to invite all the ladies to the Hamptons. So they're gonna have a girls trip. She got a place for them to stay. And they were like, so where is that? She's like, Montauk. So all the ladies are gonna be heading to the Hamptons for their first girls trip of the season. Might be their only girls trip of the season, right? So then we see the ladies and they went out to, I believe, a cabaret show, right? Had a fun time at the cabaret show. Then after they went to the cabaret show, they go back to the hotel room, right? And they play Truth or Dare. Now, I know Adriana was on Watch What Happens Live the other day, and she was on there with Emily from OC, right? And they were talking about her relationship with Julia. Now, she says that, you know, it's just friendship, right? Which I get that, right? But the way that you playing it up on this show, it looks like it's a lot more than just friendship, right? Because they played Truth or Dare, right? So when they played Truth or Dare, there was a dare for Julia to feed an almond to someone in the room, right? So, you know, Adriana was like, choose wisely, Julia. So she fed it to, and it was with her mouth, right? So she fed it to Lisa. Then Adriana looked like she was in her feelings. So then Julia went up to Adriana and said, are you hungry? I'm like, oh, I know Julia is she says that Julia is a flirt. But it's the opulence. Not the opulence. It's the basically it's the appearance. So yeah, that was the episode. Because after that, that's when Gertie told Alexia about the venue. I still feel the way I feel. Gertie should have told Alexia right after she found out. You should have gave her a phone call and told her instead of waiting till this night. But let me know what you guys thought about it. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on, you guys, so that way you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Share the video, you guys, and into the next one. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll see you guys later.